Let's see what these two are that they added.
Cute. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
I love them, but I also love the Orca one so much.
Me too. Okay, let's wear the Orca one for a little while, and then let's switch to like the Black Konoichi or whatever.
Let's just switch to Black Konoichi for a while.
Okay.
This is the Oriental Moon Collection design from Tetrastar C&T's lead designer Galaxy Allen. Truthfully, we tried to make it with an optical camouflage system that masks your entire body, but it wasn't possible due to a conflict with the military.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like she's wearing panties.
See, I don't get why this is, like, fine. But like,
then they had to censor the other outfits?
Yeah, some of the other ones, they were like, nah, get that out of here.
I like, which one do you like?
Maybe neither?
Yeah, let's do neither for a bit.
And then we got the Stargazer pack, ear armor.
Oh, let's see what kind of, like...
We only got two.
Let's do the rectangles, because we got those for a pre-order bonus.
Oh, this is just Lily. I thought this was our hair.
No.
I wish you could change your hair individually.
I
don't think you can, but maybe you can later.
I think you can later.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I saw some people on Reddit, like, have her hair dyed blonde.
That's cool.
And I thought she looked really hot blonde.
I think she looks good in this, too.
Look at her butt. You can see her butt so nicely through the shoe panel.
And yet, like, they have to add random strings and bullshit to all the other ones. And then the comment about how it was, vulgar?
Gooner bait, basically.
Well, yeah, and, like, how that design was vulgar. I guess I'm confused by it.
Yeah, I don't get that, because this is basically what they were talking about.
This is more revealing.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy saw me.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. I just care that the outfits are still hot. Even the ones they censored are still sexy.
I still care, because I think you should have the option.
I think you should have the option too, but what's done is done. We can't change it other than being annoyed about it, so...
Well, you can still talk about it. I mean, like, I don't think you should bitch about it constantly. But
no, that's true.
I think, like, talking about it's fine.
I really like that they added this in, though.
Restart the solar tower? That's completely crazy. It's nothing more than a suicide mission. What are we? Some sort of...
Suicide Squad!
You're still gonna do it, even knowing that? You're all out of your minds.
Hey, this is some Icarus-ass shit.
Oh, no.
I like, Eve doing all of this with absolutely no problem whatsoever. These guys... No! What kind of place is this?
You're not wrong. Oh, I didn't see this guy. And he didn't see me coming.
Yeah, well, sadly nobody gets to see Eve coming.
Can I... There we go. Alright, what is this thing?
I don't know. Oh, I have I got another good work story to tell everybody.
I want to hear it, but I also want to know what that guy just did. Tetrastar?
I don't know, maybe you turned on a robot.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, if I was a robot and I saw Eve, I'd be turned on too,
That's fair enough. I feel like that robot should keep his hands to himself.
He should.
Unlike your work friend.
That's not my friend.
Is That's Not My Friend our example of That's No Moon?
Yeah, it is.
Why is there no photo mode in this game?
Wait. If there was a photo mode and she did that move, you would have been able to zoom in on her coochie.
You also would have been able to just take the picture of her stabbing the guy.
And zoom in on her coochie.
By the way, do you have an example? And I actually do.
You have to think of the more important things to do with photo mode.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to, but I'm also trying not to get demonetized.
Oh, okay.
But hey, this is probably going on Rumble now, so they'll probably have no problems with it.
Hi, Rumble.
Hi, Rumble. I saw a live stream of girls doing catwalk, like walking a catwalk in a bunch of bikinis, and that was fine, so...
Ooh.
No, what's this one? So this one is...
I might have to go on Rumble.
The same thing. Yeah, but sometimes the comments are really bad. People are very mean on there.
Yeah, I try to ignore the comments. Every time I look at your videos on there, usually, recently you haven't had that many bad comments, but I went to some of your older videos on there, and some of it is absolute cancer.
I mean, there's a lot of nice people on there, but I just don't understand why there's so many crazy people on there,
I don't know. I think they're actively trying, like, the platform is actively trying to get less crazy people on there by having, like, more gaming content and stuff, like, to get more normal people like you and me who aren't just, like, one political party, you know?
Which makes sense. Well, I mean, you have to be one political party, though, Jill. If you're not, I don't know, a cuck or something.
I meant, like, they didn't want only Republican
no,
people.
I know. But, like, I don't think we're necessarily Democrats.
No, but I'd say we aren't, like, I'd say we're, like, independents, you know?
You can't be that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think they want more people who aren't just one viewpoint. Like, they want lots of different types of people, you know, rather
Which is
than
good.
just, like, one
I
category.
mean, I would argue, like, even if you have a bunch of smart people, I don't think you ever want to have just one category or a group of people, like, so there's, like, forced diversity of, like, we need X amount of black people, we need X amount of white people, and we need X amount of Asian people, which I think is kind of also cancer, because I think it's very inauthentic, and it also leads to hiring people who aren't good for a position. And if someone's going to take that and say, like, well, what do you mean black people aren't? No, I'm saying, like, if I needed to mandatedly hire a white editor, but there was a black person who was an editor, or an Asian person who was an editor that was really good, and I pass over them because I mandatorily need a white editor, I'm missing out on a good worker.
You said you mandatorily needed a black editor, though.
No, I said if I mandatorily need a white editor in this case.
I got confused.
I know you did. You do often. That's okay, Joel.
Some people have been drawing Eve in fan art with heels on the bottom of her heels, and I would like to mention that she does not have heels on the bottom of her heels. It is just arched, and there's no, like, heel pointy part.
There probably is on some suit, though.
And I just wanted to mention that I think that it's a really cute style of boot because the brats used to wear stuff like that, and I think it's cool.
How would you support your ankles without any...
You know, really.
Oh.
I think it's just because she's superhuman, so she's able to do it. But, those kind of boots are actually kind of dangerous.
Oh, really?
In real life, yeah.
Anyway, my point was just that you need to have, like, some form of, You need to have, like, a bit of common sense, first off, and also you need to have... I don't know how to explain what
You
I
have
was
to
trying
hire a gay person only because they're gay and not because they're good at anything.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying that you want to hire whoever's best for a job, and if your first instinct is to look at the color of their skin, I feel like there's something bad, and, like, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I kind of think I've been passed on for some jobs just because I, look a certain way, you know?
Because you're a short white woman?
Yeah, and because I'm a little bit more chubby than the normal super skinny girl.
Right.
Like, I genuinely think that I have been passed on for waitressing jobs because I'm, you know, a little bit bigger than most girls.
I am going to talk to that thing, but do you have any idea why we can't get up here?
You have to press operate on the thing?
I know, but then I did. And so there's no way to put it up or down.
Are you sure?
You can rotate it. Look, you can do this.
Oh.
But you can't... There's no, like,
okay,
raising it.
Press circle and jump on top of it again.
Okay.
And now try to jump on there again for me, like up front. There you go.
Oh, wait. Okay. I really did try that several times. You watched me.
I know, but I just wanted you to try again.
Okay, well, fair enough. That was like a life lesson. Try something enough times, it's not insanity. It'll just work.
Yeah. I thought so, right, Luna?
What's in here?
Luna doesn't want to
look,
talk.
Potential Tempest. Give water to your game with Violet Glow of Raging Storm.
Cool.
Lily? What is this thing? It looks so strange.
Oh, that's a can. In the past, it was used as a container for electrolyte solutions.
A can? I like it. I can read a variety of data from this. It isn't much, but I can still feel traces of memories in it.
It's a description or an advertisement for the electrolyte solution. Funny seeing you so interested in some old item. Well, they're kind of pretty in their own way. But if you're that worried about it, why don't I make a cabinet to store them?
All right then. As long as it's not a burden for you.
Oh, this is easy as pie for the one and only Lily Artemis. I'll prepare it right away. Let's make a collection together.
Aww, that is so
Thank you,
cute. That's so sweet. I love it.
I love that she's interested in them. I was waiting for her to say something about them.
Me too.
By the way, we talked to this guy last time, so we can kind of skip this. It didn't save after that check, or it didn't checkpoint after that.
I think she did mention it to Adam, and she was like, Adam, what are all these things? And
And
Adam was like,
Those
whatever, I don't know. I
man.
mean, it's just like what? And then he blew her off, and then he went back to his gooning.
It's gooning!
Yeah.
He's like, every fan of this game, I'm angry. How dare people like this game?
Uh-huh.
So I had one final question for you. So you saw that I did those ones. Do you think that I missed anything, or do you think these are all done now?
I think they're all done.
I thought
don't
so
know.
too. If I could swap out a people group or sexuality for something and passing on them would not be okay, then it shouldn't be okay for that.
Yeah.
That's my genuine opinion on it, because it seems like to a lot of people it really is like this idea of like, oh well, you know, in the past, now you know what black people feel like. It's like, bro, I wasn't doing that. Like, I still need to eat and work. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you were never like the one hiring people to say no black people allowed.
Yeah, like, I'm not a reincarnated form of Robert E. Lee here. I'm just like a normal person in modern day. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of reincarnated Robert E. Lee,
Oh no, did you meet him?
no,
Did you go in the basement?
yes. So every month at my job, there is a bunch of women who like get together for like a little meeting on republicanism at a restaurant for like they had up a bunch of bar graphs and stuff on random things for Republicans, and they were talking about like their different views and stuff. And I just think it's really funny that every month all of these women have to get together and be like, are we all on the same page this month?
I like the organization of it. It's like, okay guys, are we still against gay marriage or for it?
Yeah. And they had like speeches.
Becky, what are you thinking about?
Literally, they had like speeches. Some of them brought their husbands. They were all wearing like little name tags. It was like a whole event.
Why is there no photo mode for this game?
I don't know.
I'm still upset
Makes
by
me
it.
sad. But like, I thought it was extremely funny. And then the one thing that I kind of thought was hilarious, but also absolutely horrific, was the fact that I walked in there once to see what was going on. And they had a huge, like, line bar graph, or whatever you call it, on the screen. And they had, like, a whole projector and everything, by the way. And it was, like, the percentage of illegal immigrants who go unnoticed or something in America. I don't remember exactly
Was it like
what
that commit crimes or something? Because there was recently a discussion about this in Germany, and a German politician got fined for talking about this.
Wow.
She was talking about the statistics of refugees who commit crimes, like compared to natural born citizens, and they said you're a racist.
I think it might have been about committing crimes, but I'm not sure. I don't know exactly. I just remember seeing on the screen it said something about illegal immigrants. And they were doing a speech about it, and the one woman who was doing the speech called them, and I quote, getaways. What is that supposed to mean? Is it like a stowaway?
I feel like you should just say
what?
stowaway. That makes more sense.
What? It was so crazy, and they were saying some crazy shit like, you know, people who get abortions, we should murder them.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh my god.
Why don't you just say
let's? A bit far.
I mean, like, if you are so against that, why not just vote for the party that is against it? Why do we have to murder anybody?
I don't know. It was crazy. They were absolutely insane.
I feel like once you hit violence with your political rhetoric, you're no better than who you're talking about usually.
Also, I made a really funny joke to my coworker. I said, like, so do they get together every month and have this party, and do they get, like, a cake with Donald Trump's face on it and eat it?
Now I want to see what that is.
And I thought it was hilarious, and everybody laughed, but then the owner of the place didn't laugh, and I think he might be a liberal.
Well, I don't think that matters, Jill.
No, it doesn't matter, but I think he might be a liberal because I think he was offended at my Donald Trump joke.
I would have thought he would have found that more funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
If
I
that
thought
was the case.
I thought it was funny for both sides, whether you're Republican or not, but...
Well, yeah, and I mean...
Because, like, the girl,
maybe it's the opposite. Maybe he was so far
maybe
in
so
the
far
other
Republican
direction that
he
eating
didn't like it?
a caricature of
his God,
face
Lord, and Savior.
would have been, like, really offensive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I don't know. Hey, by the way, I am trying to do the objective, but I'm also trying to get back to this area here. because there was like a fight here that I lost, remember? And I don't want to miss it.
Well, the girl at work that I told the joke to that thought was funny shit, she said to me that she's kind of an independent too, you know, where she's in the middle.
Well, you gotta pick.
You know, she said, like, she agrees with some liberal ideologies, but she doesn't agree with others, sort of thing, and she agrees with some Republican ideologies, but not others. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Well, I'd argue that represents most of America.
Yeah.
Most of America is not hardline. Now,
True.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of the vocal people are, I would say a lot of the vocal people are, like, very outspoken, and they are hardline. But I don't know why that wasn't hitting him at first. But I would argue that, like, most normal people are going to have a give and take of beliefs. You know, like, even if they vote one way, there's still going to be people or things they don't agree with. So Nate and I were talking about this. This is just an example of it. But, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's, like, somebody that, like, she is conservative, but a lot of conservatives don't like her. That's just an example. Because they think she's kind of a nuisance. Like, they think that she makes them look bad.
Oh,
and is really a loudmouth. And is always, like, picking fights for no reason.
There's a lot of people like that in politics that are just way too loud of a mouth.
Oh, yeah, and it goes for, again, both sides. But I think that's interesting, you know. That you'll still have figures like this that pop up from time to time that even the people that they represent are like, So I think a lot of people are pretty...
in the middle.
Yeah, well, not even in the middle. Like, they lean one way, but they aren't a psycho.
Yeah, and they're not afraid of gray areas.
Well, that's my problem with a lot of people now, is they think that anything that you say, like, so if I right now said, I don't hate OnlyFans workers, they'd be like, oh, so you're a big lefty. Or if I said, like, you know...
We had somebody in our comments like that the other day.
Yes. It's very odd to me.
Why do people only think in black and white now? Like one side or the other? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Because there's so much... you know how people say things like, you know, autism is a spectrum or transgenderism is a spectrum and stuff like that?
Well, those are both liberal ideologies, probably, someone would say, but yeah.
Well, I think that everything in life is
shouldn't be, because the autism thing's like a science thing.
True. I think everything in life is a spectrum. You know, like, I think that, like, everybody is a different spot on a spectrum, and it shouldn't just be one thing or the other, you know? Because everybody's different in their own way. Everybody's unique, you know?
Right.
And everybody has their own thoughts and opinions, as they should, because I think that's something that you should be allowed to have. Oh, another work story that made me think of this. So... as you guys know, I'm a waitress, and I work at a place where I serve food. You know, basic waitressing things. So the place in which I work attracts a lot of old white people, and I have no problem with old white people.
Except that they don't tip well.
That's true. Every once in a while, I get an old white man that reminds me that misogyny is still a thing.
Oh, no.
And I'm shocked by it, because it's like, I don't encounter misogyny in my day-to-day life pretty much ever, you know? Like, I don't think I've ever really been, like, I don't know, picked on for being a woman, or at least not to my knowledge. But sometimes I will encounter men who speak over every single person at the table. Like, they won't let their wife order anything for themselves, they won't let their children order anything for themselves. And it's not like an anxiety thing where it's like, oh, honey, could you order for me? I'm a little bit nervous about talking to the waitress. You know, it's more of like, I would like no, she's gonna have a water, but I can have a Diet Coke.
I like the just straight up no.
Yeah, that's what happens. Or like the little kid will be like, can I have chicken tenders? No, you're gonna eat what everybody else is eating. We're just getting one pizza.
By the way, how are you supposed to do this? Can we talk about it in a minute?
Yeah. Try to stay away from his head.
I got him.
Yay!
So he's dead.
Woo!
I had to waste a WB pump or whatever.
Well, that's okay. They're not making anything good these days anyway.
They're making another Matrix movie, but you and I are the only ones who liked the last one.
That's true.
So I guess they're just making that for you and me. And no one else.
I guess so. They were like, Well, let's just make it for those two. They liked it, at least.
I hope you show that I beat that part.
I showed it.
Actually, I'm usually the one who edits this Let's Play.
That's not true. I have edited every single part except for, like, 2.
I edited, like, 2 of them, so I'm the only one who does it.
Okay.
What's this? Impact-type exospine. Specialized in combat against multiple enemies.
Cool. We'll have to look at that later.
Nice, so
Did you pick on that guy's body? His had, like, a little button.
Did I pick on it?
Yeah.
Hey, your body's
it?
fat. You're an idiot. Got him. That guy's gonna feel that in the morning.
He is gonna feel that in the morning.
Alright, let's go back to the camp now.
Alright. Long story short, I just really don't like the type of men who, like, think that they're more important than everybody else, including their family, and they don't let anybody speak for themselves. They don't let anyone, you know, eat what they want. They have to be the one who chooses everything because they don't think you're important enough to choose your own food, I guess.
I get what you're saying. I will say, unfortunately, I've also encountered a lot of women like this who just
Really?
talk over people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's necessarily as much that these men think that they're more important because they're men. They might just be narcissists.
You think so?
Yeah, because I've encountered a lot of women who think that they know everything too.
Oh.
And who talk over people and who, like, think that they are more important than you and think that they, you know absolutely everything. And
I've encountered women like that, but I haven't encountered women like that when ordering, like, when seeing people order food, you know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it kind of seems to me like the man wants to be, like, the one who, like, chooses what they're buying, you know? Like, he's in charge of the money, nobody can get what they want because only he's allowed to spend money, you know? And I think it annoys me because it's like he orders the $2 pop, but everybody else has to have water.
So I don't mean to psychoanalyze here, but I'm wondering, do you think maybe it has something to do with the fact that your dad was that way?
No, because my dad let me order what I wanted at restaurants.
Really? I thought he usually was very cheap and, like, was very controlling about money.
He was, but my mom was more so, but they let us pretty much order whatever we wanted at restaurants if we were going out to eat. We just didn't go out to eat very often.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So they were stingy with the ability to go out to eat, but once you did go out to eat, it was a treat and you could do what you wanted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was allowed to order for myself and stuff. Like, I could get whatever I wanted, you know? It's just, like, that it didn't happen very often. I didn't really get to leave the house very often. Does that make sense?
Yes. Sorry, I was concentrating on the timing of this, and sometimes if I don't answer you, that's probably why.
My parents also didn't really give a shit what I ate, really, because they knew, like, when we go out to eat, oh, it's just probably going to be expensive anyway, like, no matter what we get, so who cares? I think there was only a couple of times where they said, like, we all should order waters, you know, but, like, even my dad also got a water, too, sort of thing, so it was, like, an equal thing.
That makes sense. Separate but equal, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Also, I'm following these objective markers. It said that one of our quests led here.
Oh.
Which I think might be the thing we need for the singing girl.
The only living things that I can see on ATV.
You sound disappointed. It was a catastrophe that mankind brought upon itself.
How did mankind bring it upon themselves?
I don't know. I now have the mind. I have all the parts to take to
Okay.
Lily.
Do you think this is an allegory for sin?
I don't know.
Because I kind of think it might be an allegory for sin. Like, the humans became so sinful that, like, this sort of happened. Kind of like demons invading the earth, and they kind of made it like hell.
Uh-huh.
On earth, though, you know?
Find Aaron, who went missing in the wasteland. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, looking for my brother. I think that it's the 258 one?
Mm-hmm.
No. That's weird. I marked it, but I don't see it.
Look on the map.
Okay, I will in a
Again,
second.
look at the symbol. These guys remind me of those stupid skeleton wheel guys in Dark Souls.
These are way less annoying than that, but I totally get why you have PTSD of that.
It's because they roll around. It is PTSD inducing.
Yeah, I know. That was so bad.
I know, I hate those enemies so much.
But they were fun. Like, it was awful, but it was one of those things that really sticks with you, you know?
Every time you, like, bonfire aesthetic in Majula, I feel like one more of those stupid wheel guys would show up, too. It was so annoying.
Oh, in Dark Souls 2? Yeah.
Yeah, like in Majula in that mansion.
Yeah, I don't even know if a lot of people know that. Dark Souls 2 probably has one of the best I would say, New Game Plus things ever.
Okay, so it's over.
That one.
So it's like a trapezoid type thing with a circle in the middle.
So it's that 352?
Yeah, it's
350?
the 341 something.
This guy's gonna try and sneak up on us.
Oh.
He thinks he's crap. Oh, he is crafty. I was gonna say he thinks he's crafty, and then he almost killed me.
Well, he probably is crafty then.
But I do agree with you. I had a teacher like that. I don't know if I know I can't say her name, but she was obviously a woman, and
We can give her a fake name, Becky. Stupid Becky.
She thought she knew everything, and like she really hated men.
Really?
Yeah, like boys and stuff.
Was she at the Christian school?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really unchristian of her, actually. Like, I'm not even kidding.
You'd be shocked how many very opposite of Christian people worked at that Christian school, but thought that they were very godly.
That is really weird, because it, like, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that says, at the very least, you should think of people, like, men as your equal. I mean, there's other stuff in the Bible, too, that says, like, well, women are below men and stuff like that.
It doesn't say that. It says that somebody needs to take charge in a situation.
Yeah, but some people misinterpret it, you know?
It's not about like who's better or worse. It's about like people being able to work together as a unit. Because
that's what I thought.
You can't work together as a unit if both people share the same exact responsibilities. That's what it was supposed to be about.
Something that I like that somebody said recently, like on Christian Instagram, is that God made Eve out of Adam's rib.
This Eve?
No.
Oh.
So that she wasn't above or below him, but so that she was close to his heart and protected by him, so she could be loved by him. And I thought that was really sweet that they're like equal, but they love each other, and she's protected by him and stuff. And I thought that was nice. I liked it. I really liked that interpretation of the roles of man and woman.
I think a lot of people misinterpret like the meaning behind a lot of those teachings in general. They were never, I don't think they were ever really supposed to be about like, I guess this is just my opinion. I can't really speak to Judaism's opinion on it or stance on it.
There's a guy behind you.
Oh, that guy? He's not even near me. Second Amendment rights right there.
I have seen some crazy Christian people, though, say things like, there's a hierarchy where, like, women should be on the bottom and they should do absolutely everything to men and they should, like, never oppose them in any way whatsoever and stuff.
Well, I think that goes against what the Bible would teach, though, because in the Bible you have characters like Ruth even that, you know, took charge as a woman, or, you know, there are female characters who, like, took charge and had responsibilities, or Esther, for example, who basically saved the Jewish people.
That's why I said what I said, though, because I think it really depends on the version of the Bible you're reading and how fucking crazy you are.
I don't think it depends on the version of the Bible you're reading. I think it just depends on what you want to believe. Like, if I want...
Like how you interpret it?
No, what you go into it wanting to see.
Oh, okay.
Like, if I go into it wanting to see that slavery is great, I can probably find a passage where, you know, they talked about how slavery, you know, I think it said slaves obey your masters. That's literally a thing. And the reason for it was because slavery was usually different in that time. It was more like indentured servitude, where you owed thousands of dollars, I'll just say, to someone. So then you worked for them for free and lived with them for 10 years. Like, that was what it was. It wasn't like, hey, you know, now get gang beat and like destroyed and all this stuff. It wasn't like American slavery at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then people read that and they're like, Martin Luther King didn't die for this BS, but it's like, you're right, he didn't, because like his slavery that he had to deal with was totally different. Do you want to wear the white one for a bit?
Yeah.
Why can't I switch?
I think you haven't made it yet? I don't know.
Maybe I have to do it like right here. But do you get what I'm saying? That I think some people, I always forget which one it is. Some people think that it's talking about something different.
Mm-hmm. And they interpret it differently?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't get some of, what certain people have to say about the Bible, because it comes off like sometimes they didn't read it correctly.
Ew, what is this guy? Yeah, and I mean, you could say that about anything. Like, I think that a lot of people are just so stupid and, like, bigoted or self-righteous or, you know, whatever. Oh.
Hello. I'd like to inform you that my mobility is limited due to an accident. I kindly ask for your assistance.
Who's communicating in the airborne squad channel?
Give me a sec. I'll check. It doesn't seem to have been intentional. The signal's being broadcast across several frequencies. In any case, it's... I know what this is. The source of the signal should be at the dump site north of the scrap plains. You're gonna love this. It certainly wouldn't hurt to check it out. That is, if you're feeling inclined toward a little neighborly help.
Usually Eve talks more.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want on the black one again? I prefer that. Or do you want the orca back on? Can't change in combat. Where's the...
There it is.
Oh, jeez. I don't even want to fight that. Those suck.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't there, like, some sort of, technique that they had taught you to, like, get him, by the way? I thought they did some sort of technique where you, like, stab him from behind.
Yeah, you can. It's just, it's not really that easy to do. And I'm also wondering, do you see the enemy that...
No.
That game thinks is here?
I think that you're probably good now. Check your... Oh, there he is.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that didn't work.